Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Healing Honey. If it's your first time here, welcome. Drop me a comment who's watching this video. Alright, so I want to share with you guys how I became a relationship girl. Yeah, that's right. Believe it or not, you're looking at somebody who was a little bit of a commitment phobe. And to be honest, I just defined myself as a free spirit. Now let's not get it twisted, because I wasn't out here in these streets, like they say, right? But I just didn't really care too much about building a deep commitment with anyone. I was never that little girl who was dressing up in her wedding dress or dreaming about the colors of her wedding or anything like that. I was never that girl. As I've gotten older and as I've done inner work on myself and been on my spiritual journey, it's really cool because I've gotten to know myself a lot better. And I wanted to share this with you guys because if you're on a self-love journey, spiritual journey, celibacy journey, if you're just healing in general or working on your inner self, you might be able to relate to this video. It's not about what other people think of you, and it's not about others at all. Like, you never want to compare yourself or compare your journey to other people because we're each on our own path. Like, what has happened in your own life, it's not the same as me. Not necessarily. Maybe some similarities, but not the exact same thing. So never compare yourself to anyone else. You're on your own path. And for me, I just didn't see myself as a relationship girl. I didn't value that. I just thought, okay, well, it doesn't mean I didn't love or that I didn't have connections in my life, but I just never really let it get too deep. Or if I wasn't deep with someone, it was quite like negative. Relationships scared me, and I think that a lot of that had to do with the things I saw growing up and how I perceived relationships. So when you change your mind, you can change your life, and you have to change your perception. Like, your perception creates reality. And I've told you guys this before, but I'll share it for anyone who's new. I remember like being back at home in California around Christmas time several years ago, overhearing some family downstairs talking. They were talking about a new relationship someone was in, someone had just bought a home, and they just sounded so happy and in love and hopeful. And for the first time ever, I was like, oh, a relationship, like a serious one, doesn't sound so bad. Not like a situationship, not in and out or a fling or anything like that, but like an actual partner to go through life with and build with. It still scared me a little bit, but I thought to myself, this is what I want for my life now. How did I become a relationship girl? And you guys, I'm kind of proud of the fact that I never was looking for a man to fulfill me, or, you know, I didn't feel incomplete because I wasn't married, or just being with somebody because I didn't want to be alone or what other people thought. No. No. But inside, I felt myself changing and shifting. And it's really beautiful when you can be brave enough to flow with life and to listen in to your inner voice. Like I always share with you guys, because it's leading you. You know, your soul is guiding you at every moment. And so my own self was trying to lead me down a new path. I had learned the things I needed to learn, and I was changing. But was I going to allow myself to change? Changing your mind is just the first step. Then the actions have to follow. So I decided then and there that, hey, well, if I want something different, I'm going to have to be different. And so I had to let my actions follow my heart so I could be in alignment. And I had to cut off the people who I knew it wasn't really going anywhere, you know. So that's what I did, and that was the start of my celibacy journey, because I was like, I'm not gonna share my body just for fun, like just to have a good time, or just because this guy's hot, or just because we've known each other for a long time, or even dating, but I don't see it leading to marriage. How did I become a relationship girl? I started to do things differently. Allow myself to desire something new. And what did this look like for me? Instead of surface level connections, something deeper and true, a soul connection. And I wanted to be able to feel safe to become intimate with somebody. And I don't mean physical intimacy. That's why I always share with you guys that having sex, yeah, it's physically intimate, but is it emotionally or mentally or spiritually? And so I started to desire true intimacy, connecting with somebody for the right reasons, and wanting to know them and them know me. And so a deeper connection, substance, something that would last, somebody that I could feel safe and trust to build a life with, but also to fully allow into my heart, because I hadn't really done that before. I was too afraid. I didn't want to. There was other things to do that were more important. So where are your values? You know, what do you value? And no one else can tell you if that's right or wrong. It's a very personal decision. But I just wanted to share with you how I made that switch. Instead of me avoiding deep intimacy, me avoiding emotional connection, because in my mind, I just thought the worst case scenario, like, oh, well, the last time I emotionally connected with somebody, it went really bad. We went through a lot of drama. You know, I have to begin to cleanse my own heart and trust and love again, which is why I have all these videos for you guys, like how to build intimacy without sex, or a celibacy journey, or how to really discover yourself and things like that. So another reason, right? Because I didn't know all these things at the beginning. I was just trusting myself. And I was like, well, let me try to go about my love life in a new way. Not to snag a husband, not to get a high value man or whatever. Like, once again, I wasn't really on that. I was just more so like, let me open my heart to real love. And so I needed and wanted to feel safe to love. Okay, so this is why I decided to become a relationship girl. And it was a very stark contrast from being a free spirit, just talking to whomever, you know, going to Atlanta if I wanted because some guy wanted to take me to a restaurant, you know, or whatever. And again, it's not about promiscuous, but it was about the mindset of like, I'm free. And I still am free. And I've decided that I can also be free in a relationship, but it would have to be the right relationship, right? And so anyways, this video is not about that. But I wanted to feel safe to love. I knew that that would have to be a requirement. How did I go from being afraid of commitment to a relationship girl? I decided that I wanted to feel the depths of real love, because the more you love, the deeper it gets, and there's no end to it. It's endless. And I wanted to be able to explore love, swim in love, discover love within myself, for another, have someone else love me that way, but you have to put the guards down. And yeah, it's risky, but I wasn't even thinking about that anymore. I was just so curious. No holding back, no restrictions, but just like free flowing. And that's actually true freedom, because when you're in a healthy relationship, you don't have to be afraid. You can like give it your all and truly live. It's like love can set you free and take you to highs and lows, but passion and reaching parts of yourself that maybe you weren't able to before. I wanted someone to grow with, and I wanted to be my authentic self. Like, could I show my absolute real self to someone else and have them love that, fall in love with that? And how good would that really feel? To be myself and have somebody adore it, and for them to be themselves, and me to keep getting to know them deeper and deeper, and us build this bond together. It's impossible to do this if your energy is scattered around. It's impossible to do this if someone's holding back or afraid. But instead, you like jump all in. And this is something I had never done before. This is why I decided to become a relationship girl. As I started to keep my energy for me and I started my celibacy journey, I started to take myself more seriously and my love life more seriously, or be stingy with my love, depending on who you ask. I started to see myself as sacred. I started to get back in tune with my inner child. I realized that I didn't just want anyone to experience me. They didn't deserve that, and I didn't deserve that. That instead, I chose to see myself as a divine feminine being and someone that should be revered and respected, not just in the moment, not just because they like the curves of my body, but because they like my mind, my heart, who I am, my energy. They care about the real me, and I care about the real them. So like a mutual connection. And you guys, I love sharing this raw, real stuff because maybe it's the things that other people are not going to share with you, but I have no trouble being honest because I have nothing to hide. I've made peace within myself, and so I don't need others to so anyways, I hope it can help you in some way. Before I became a relationship girl, not only was I afraid and feared intimacy, getting too close, I was cutting myself off from being able to experience real love. I was disillusioned because I thought, well, I'm free to share my body, let's say, with anyone that I want. Not that it was a lot of people. I have to keep emphasizing that because I know people can misconstrue the message, but it wasn't that. It was that I valued freedom, and I still do. But that is not freedom. You just sharing your body because you feel like it is not freedom. It's you being bound to trying to create connection and get love in the wrong way. What you're truly seeking through connection is love and acceptance. Well, how are you supposed to receive it if you're not really connecting with somebody on other levels, not just physically, right? So yeah, so in a way I matured, but I grew, and I had to just really be brave, because the world, whether you went through personal experiences that changed your mind about love and relationships, or you saw really bad things, or you've been influenced by music or movies or TV shows that just show you the worst case scenario. You guys, these people are trying to make money, so they're trying to stir up drama. They're going to show you the craziest things to get a reaction out of you, to stir some emotions within you, to infuse you with fear, and even your own experiences. See those experiences as building blocks and lessons that you were meant to learn, but it does not define love at all. It doesn't define every other soul on earth. You're on a journey, but are you going to be moving from love or fear? And so it's a gradual process, and everybody's on their own timeline and moving at their own pace. But for me, this is how I became a relationship girl, and I really love it. I really love it now because I value stability and consistency and being able to build in the physical world. And so I can do it alone, but I also could do it with another if there's mutual respect and care, right? So when you fill up your own cup, you're full of love. When someone else comes into your life, they're just adding to that love. So they're not stripping you of your love. They're not restricting you. They're granting you space. You're creating a bubble of love. You're in the fight of life together on the same team, and they got your back. So it's a support system, it's a friend, it's a lover, and this is why I decided to become a relationship girl. But you just have to learn how to guard your heart, who's worthy of your love. So first you build the worth within, You work on yourself inside, and then you attract the right relationship on the outside. How I became a relationship girl, why I decided to become a relationship girl. The main thing I just want to emphasize, you guys, because it's real though. It's real. I just stopped being afraid. Okay, it's as simple as that. I just stopped being scared. Don't be scared. Right? It takes time to heal though. Like, it didn't happen overnight. No matter what you're working toward in life, how much success you have on earth, that's beautiful and powerful, but who are you going to share your life with? Like, who are you working so hard for? Your sweetest moments, in my opinion, are going to come with those that you love. And we have different relationships in our life, right? Like our family, our friends, and that's what we value the most. That's who really matters. You're in a tough spot, who are you going to call? Or something exciting happens, who do you want to share it with? Like, who are you going to share your life with? And that's why I think I spent my 20s exploring life, kind of making a mess and then picking myself back up. But then now, in this portion of my life, I decided, okay, I finally see the value in it. I'm done being afraid. I've realized that my past experiences were just experiences, and that other people, like harsh things I've seen, those were their experiences. But it got them to where they are now. I'm free in this moment to create whatever I desire. And so that's where I'm at in my life. This is how I became a relationship girl. When you work on yourself spiritually, okay, and you start pouring into yourself and you become dedicated or devoted, like on your spiritual path, the universe will bless you. It'll meet you where you're at. The gift that awaits you is true love. I truly believe that and know that in my heart. This is why I'm a relationship girl. I decided to believe in love again. I did the work. And now I'm in a state of love. I hope that this video inspired you in some way. I'm sending you so much love and power and healing on your own journey. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye.